There we go. All right, y'all. So I got somebody that is, when I mean special to me, I mean special to me in a way that Big Bro don't even understand the things that he's done for me, to be honest. I got Demone Harris today on the Conversations with Valley Souls. Like I usually say, it's brought to you by Forbin Entertainment, man, out here at Sunset Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada. This person, what they mean to me. To be honest with you, big bro, from the time that I had the chance to be around you, just your energy and your aura, man, seeing the way that you work in daily life and how you push forward, it's the only reason why I'm able to even get into a space that I'm in right now, doing what I'm doing, dog. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never had the chance to actually say that to you, bro, but I
Yeah,
wanted to
for
say that
sure.
to you, bro.
No
On
doubt.
top of that, too, y'all, this human being is the, excuse me if I pronounce it wrong, the epitaph, I believe I said that right, of what perseverance and hard work looks like. I mean, you are talking about somebody that is not only a 1%er, they're a half percenter with what they do in their life and how they get things done. My man plays for the Atlanta Falcons right now. But it's much more deeper than that. Without further ado, my boy Demone Harris, man, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
welcome on the show, bro. Like, how's life
Hey,
been,
man.
my guy?
Oh, man. I'm first off, thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure and an honor to be talking to my bro again, man. It's been a while, Life's been going and things like that, but oh man, just extremely blessed, honored, humble to be on here and talking to my guy. And life's been good, man. Just the craziness of the NFL, just working in year six now, going through the ebb and flows, everything, and just like I said, just like you said, man, just trying to stay true to my values, who I am, put in the work, and persevere. That's all it is.
Six of them things, dog. You look back 6 years ago. I'm gonna take you back on
Yeah,
something. You might laugh. Six and
yeah,
a half years ago, I want to say about seven. My
yeah,
boy was watching Just Bomb production highlight films, man, in the middle of our
yeah,
living room. And here you
yeah.
is 6 years later, bro. Like,
It's crazy.
does it feel surreal every day?
Honest to God, my mentality, my approach has always been like to approach things like a process. But like obviously you have talks like this and things of that nature where it allows you to reflect and like, man, you blink and it's 6 years. I can't believe it's been 6 years. Like it seems like we were just in, like you said, the living room yesterday, me just watching highlights, but it's really truly a daily grind with everything. I feel like how you approach it in life. And yeah, I can't believe it's been 6 years. It's crazy, bro. Crazy.
So look, I'm gonna
Crazy.
take I'm gonna take everybody back. So I had the opportunity to gain a relationship that I gained with Demone. I came out of junior college. I took a visit to the University of Buffalo, which is Demone's hometown out in Buffalo, New York,
Hmm.
which was super ironic though, because the apartment I viewed was your apartment at the time during the visit. And I ended up living there with you, man. Take the folks back on how you even got to that point, because the story that goes behind that and just
Right.
starting football at Bishop Timon
Right.
as late as you did, bro. Like, let
Right.
everybody know what that was like, man.
Oh man, so yeah, a little bit of my football story. Just like I didn't grow up playing football like most guys in the NFL, like Pop Warner and things of that nature. Didn't grow up with these quote unquote football dreams. I was a quote unquote basketball player, how they would label me. And um, man, just grew up, came from humble beginnings, man, and just really wanted to just be successful in life based on where I came from, and got the opportunity. Didn't know I was going to end up playing football in high school. Like the first high school I went to a charter school called Buffalo Academy of Science in downtown Buffalo, and they didn't even have football. So from seventh grade to ninth grade, like I was just playing basketball, and they had me playing like the 4 and the 5. I'm like 6'4", so it's like, I'm not gonna be playing that in college. I want to play college basketball. I ain't gonna be. I'm not 6'9", 6'10". So I'm like, you gotta figure something out. So I'm playing, I think, AAU basketball, basically the summer of I want to say my freshman year of high school, going into my sophomore year. And one of the coaches at Timon was just, I think, coaching the AAU team. He was like, "Look, you should go to Timon and play basketball. You're really good. You might have a shot to, play at the next level and whatnot." And I was like, "All right, cool. As long as it'll, get my tuition or school paid for it or somehow, some way." So ended up transferring to Bishop Timon St. Jude my sophomore year, man, and didn't play football at all. played basketball, played on the varsity team, but did well, you know. And then after that basketball season, like the head coach at the time for the football team was like, "Man, come out to play football. Like I can make you into a Division I football player." And I'm like, "Bro, how you gonna make me into a Division I football player, bro? I never even put on pads before, a helmet before in my life. No lie to you, bro. Never put on a football helmet. None of that. Like before my junior year. So I comes out my junior year and I absolutely suck. Like I'm terrible. Like so terrible. Like I'm trying to get in a 3-point stance. I'm like, bro, what the how you supposed to explode out of this? Like, you know what I mean? They got me playing tight end and DN, and I mean I'm 6'4", probably like 225. I'm athletic, but you know, I barely know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like damn near false starting offsides every other play. Like, you know what I mean? But he like really, my head coach really like I owe that man a lot. Coach Comerford showed me a lot about the game, and just knew I was willing to put in the work and work hard for it. And yeah, ended up like starting to start towards the end of my junior year, the last couple of games, and did pretty well. And then I came out my senior year and just busted my ass, worked really hard, and um, earned a starting role in the team at Timon. And then unfortunately ended up getting hurt my senior year and missed half my senior year with like a high ankle sprain injury. So I was like, dang, like just when I was getting this, felt like I was getting this thing going, ended up
Right.
getting hurt. And then so then my head coach in high school, the head football coach, his brother-in-law um, actually was a GA at UB at the time. And he just had shot him on film and was like, look, this kid's raw, whatever. Like he's extremely raw, but like he might have a chance to play at the next level, whatever. And UB, they started recruiting me actually. And I was like, this is Division I A program, like the highest, you know, it could be. And I mean, I was like, all right, shoot, like I wasn't gonna have a scholarship there, but they actually came to my basketball games and watched me play basketball at a time in like the winter season, because that's when I finally got healthy again. And they were like, look, we'll give you a preferred walk-on spot. So gave me a walk-on spot, man. I got in through the EOP program through UB because my grades were but
For folks that don't know though,
yeah,
just even getting that opportunity and then becoming a walk on
yeah.
life, bro. What it explain that to them, bro? Because I don't think people really
And
understand what that you
man, you're the
you dang
bottom
near a
of the
part of the team, but you're not.
yeah, you're a part of the team, but they expect literally little to nothing from you. Like you're the part of the team where you're like the walk on, you like, bro, what are you even like? You just happy to, they want you on some happy to be here type stuff. Like it's just like they don't expect you to be ever play there seriously, honestly. Like you'll never be a scholarship player, you'll never really play there. That's the quote unquote expectation. So got there as a walk on in my freshman year, and of course I'm getting crapped on by the position coach. He told me literally, I think my second day of training camp, he was like, "You'll never play it down here at the University of Buffalo." And I was like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Wow. All right.
So I was like, "Damn, off rip." I said, "This is how we going?" I said, "Bet." Like, but it's like it's all you use it all as motivation, man. You use it all as motivation. And so then redshirted my true freshman year, but it happened to be Khalil Mack's senior year, so I was able to, you know, take a seat and kind of learn from him a lot from him. And I was like, damn, if I could just get a little bit of what this guy's got, I can maybe have a freaking chance at the next level, you know. And
Was there ever a
uh,
chance in that freshman year for you? Was it always like that Kobe mindset? Like, hey, look, you telling me I'm not gonna play, but I already know I am. Like, I don't care what you're
yeah, yeah.
talking about
Oh,
right
I
now.
know. Oh, I told myself eventually, like I'm gonna crack because it's like it was an obsession. I mean, it still is. Like it just like it never ends. When they say the work never stops, like you said, I looked up and I'm 6 years in the NFL, and it's like, dang, but it truly never ends. Like the work never stops. Like your body is your job, so it's constantly year round trying to improve. And guys, like the game's constantly changing. You got to adapt. You got to be this. You got to be that. Like so, yeah. In the back of my mind, it was like, and it wasn't about even proving him wrong. It was more about proving myself right that I could do it. And it was a challenge because it's like it's something I never done before. I never played football. Like I barely still at that point, my freshman year of college, I barely still knew the rules of the game. Like it was still like I didn't necessarily grow up watching football. To be honest, I grew up watching WWE wrestling, and then we'd go in the basement, me and my three brothers, and then we'll just practice all the wrestling moves. So I was like, at first, I thought I wanted to be a WWE wrestler. I was like, and then it was basketball. But like other than that, man, it was pretty much just a grind. Like I was like, I'm determined to be successful at this thing. I have an opportunity. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're just gonna focus. Put the pedal to the metal and just work. So that's pretty much kind of what happened. And throughout college, I just kind of kept climbing that ladder. Became a starter, became all conference, and then I think my senior year, I was up for like the Burlsworth Trophy, which is like the walk on award, like nationwide walk on award. So a lot of trials. I know that's a lot to sum up 5 years in
Yeah.
college, but obviously a lot goes on in that time too. You go through the
One
ebb
of
and flows.
one of the things that I'd like to ask you about and point out, because I never really had the
Mhm.
opportunity to do it.
Yeah,
As far as, and for a lot of people that don't know about UB football, everybody has the honor to wear the number 41 jersey. And when I was there,
right.
you spoke to me a lot about what Solomon Jackson meant to you and how that
Hmm.
even pushed you further. Do you
Yeah,
that, and not only I know that's something you still carry with yourself today, but
right.
how did that change you? Did that also kind of put a little more fire up under you a little bit?
For
Or
sure. I mean, you gotta like I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, how it happened, like we were just it was obviously an incredibly tragic and unfortunate situation. Like we were just going through a winter conditioning like mat drills. Like it's one of those days in college that you remember that everyone talks about. It's 5 a.m. We at the Pet Out Golf Dome. No one wants to be there. It's probably 10 degrees outside. We roll up in there, we're getting our conditioning in. They're running us through mat drills, and we get done with everything about an hour of conditioning or whatever workout they put us through. And then at the end of it, he unfortunately had like a cardiac issue, and but it was just crazy because it's like me and Solo, we play the same position. Like we like literally a DN. Like so, this is the guy that like I'm competing with every day. I'm going to class with this guy. Like we're cool. Like it just that body yada yada. Like and to see that happen to him, it was just like man, one, it puts like first off, puts life into perspective for you as a player, and you realize like there's more to life than just ball. Because even at that point in your life, all you're thinking about is, I got to make it to the NFL. I got to make it to the NFL. I want to make it to the NFL. I want to do this for my family. That and third, which is important, but at the same time, it put things in perspective for me and been like, wow, like man, tomorrow's really not promised, and like this is one a dangerous sport, but at the same time, it's like man, you got a guy that literally from Georgia, where I'm at now, which is ironic. Like his dad, I've been talking to his dad a lot recently, but um, you got a guy that moved all the way from Stone Mountain, Georgia, to Buffalo to pursue his dream, possibly making it to the NFL and get a college education, and that happens. Like it's crazy. I just, definitely still burns a fire in me today, and use it as motivation. Like I know, Solo's always with us and looking down on me, and just when I'm down, just bringing my spirits up, for real.
it was definitely something to obviously to become a part of but not be there when it happened, to see the
Yeah,
way that I can't even, I feel like motivating is like an understated word when it talks about
yeah,
like what he was for y'all, because I remember showing
hmm
up there and just it was everything was, you would always hear about just how hard, like he had that Mamba mentality, and y'all
yeah.
would tell me
He
that all
was,
the
and that was
time.
the thing. That dude busted his tail. Like that dude worked his balls off. Like that dude was a hard ass worker, man. Like I couldn't take nothing from him. Like he just that's the thing. That's what made it so sad. He was just a blue collar dude. Like he was, went to class, hung out with the fellas, always was energy in the locker room, like funny in the locker room, this, that, and the third. But when it came to that work, Solo was always gonna put in that work. So
And before we
um
turn that page on that college
mhm,
chapter, man, you got a chance to be a part of UB when you got a chance to see it from its infancy in a
mhm,
phase, I guess I'd like to say, and
yeah.
then be a part of that revitalization. And it, like they've
Mhm.
never been a below average, or yeah, below average program since that turnaround.
Yeah.
What was that senior year like, bro? With everybody going crazy, you,
Man.
AJ,
Oh
I mean,
man. Yeah. We
everybody.
had like looking back at it in hindsight, I was like, man, we had some dogs, bro. We had
You
like you
had
said,
an
we had
Ohio
me,
State team.
yeah, we had Charles, we had Chuck on the other side, my little brother Charles Harris. We had Tyree Jackson at quarterback, who he plays tight end for the Giants now. We had AJ, who was an All American. We had, KJ Osborne, who is, doing his thing with the Vikings now, about to get paid. Freaking, we had so many players. Tyler Mabry, tight end, who he plays for the Seahawks now. It's like,
Coyote plays
man,
for the
and even
Lions.
Or he plays for, yeah, exact Coyote that plays for the Lions. So it's like we had so much talent on that team. In hindsight, I didn't even realize it until now. Like to see everything pan out where everyone is, it's like, man. And we still, I feel like, could have did so much more had our quarterbacks not got hurt. We literally was like on our freshman, true freshman quarterback, Kyle Van Treese, which he's a good player. I think he's still playing now, but he just wasn't ready to play his true freshman year.
Yep.
Like we had Tyree, and Tyree got hurt. Then we had Drew Anderson show up, and then we had that crazy overtime game. I think against Western Michigan or something like
7
that. It
OT.
was 7 overtimes. But yeah, that was a
Boy.
resilient, hardworking group. I think we all pushed each other, and just to see where the players on that team ended up afterwards, it was obviously that hard work paid off, man.
Was there a coach during that time at UB that really stuck out to you? You know, that really, really was there for you day in and day out, not just a
Yeah.
player. Because for those of you who don't know, college
Mhm.
football is a business. And if they tell you anything else, they are lying for
Lying,
sure.
100,000%. Busyness. It is a business, my friend. Yeah. I would have to say the most influential, and that's the thing about Buffalo too, is there's just so much turnover. Like, so it's hard to establish relationships. I had literally five different strength coaches. I had two different head coaches, or maybe three, I guess, if you count the interims.
Mhm.
Then we had, two totally different staffs. Like I had probably like 4 or 5 different position coaches. So it was like, but I feel like the guy that left a lasting impact on me the most was I had a coach. His name was Coach Rock Bellantoni. Man, that's my
Remember
guy,
Coach
man.
Rock, bro.
To this day, man, that dude always he instilled values more about life than it was about football. And me and him we related on some things, and he always was talking about tapping that rock. He said, "Tap the rock, no matter what, tap the rock." And he was, it put things in perspective for me. Like he working in Buffalo, his family's away down in like Florida, and he's da da da. And I'm like, dang, that was I really saw like the business side of things, like what people sacrifice like for their job and work, and it's like crazy. Like in the NFL, it's like too. It's like I'm in Georgia, my family's in Buffalo. I don't got no family, nobody out here, and it's like it's crazy, but it's like he just showed me a lot and instilled a lot into me. And honestly, say really senior year, it took my game to another level. Like I'm so glad that I got to cross paths with him. I think he's coaching at Auburn now, but so fortunate to be able to be coached by that man. Man, he was a really good coach.
So you go from basketball to never playing football to walk on to being told he's never going to play to
Yeah,
starting being in, I mean, the part of the team, you guess you could say like the B and
yeah,
the U and Bulls, basically. And
yeah,
then you finish out, and then it's time for you to go to the league, bro. What
yeah.
were you nervous? I mean, and not nervous, but was the anxiety there, or was you just
I
like, bro,
mean,
this is what I've been waiting for? I'm ready. Like
right.
I'm
I
ready to
mean,
get it going.
I think it's a mix of everything on any given day during that process. I've seen so many guys, not just before me, but after me, like you, like, damn, so and so didn't make it. And you think you see him in college or whatever, even at other schools, you're like, damn, he was so good in college. How didn't he? Or what's the like? You know what I mean? Like, how did this guy end up going? What? Like, he was all American. How did he end up going on draft? Like, so you get a rush of all those emotions. Even sitting there on draft day, the couple of days, I'm like, and I'm seeing guys even got drafted ahead of me. I'm like, my collegiate staff is better than this kid, and he went to this school at a third. I'm like, and even though I tested my test numbers at my pro day was better than this guy. Da da da. But I think you can't get caught up in all that. I mean, it does matter. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, it's a business. Draft position in this business matters 100,000,000%. Like they're whoever they invested their money in, that's who they're most likely going to be rolling with. But at the end of the day, for me, going undrafted to Tampa Bay was just like it was just I just put myself in the shoes of being a walk on again. It was
Mhm.
like I was fortunate. I'm fortunate enough, like so many guys that were like out of my whole class that came in a UB, like 26 guys. That was 3-star recruits. You might have a 4-star recruit, and I'm the walk on, and I have the opportunity to play in the National Football League, and
Yes,
no
sir.
one else did. So it's like that in itself to me was enough motivation to be like an affirmation that you can go and play in this league and take that next step. You know what I mean? And you can be a dude in this league. Like you can stick around. This can be your life. Like this can really be like your livelihood. So I think that was enough motivation. And then going undrafted, it just left a fiery. It just leaves a fire in you. Like you know what I mean? Like man, like you just want to go and prove it. And like again, it's not to anybody else. You want to go and prove it to yourself that you can make it. So Was fortunate to make it there in Tampa. My
Did they
first
give you a
year,
phone
and
call? Did they give you a phone call when they told you made it, or did they bring you in the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
office?
Nah, they what you think, Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they had called me. Somebody called me from Tampa Bay and was like, "We're gonna bring you on a draft," and that in itself was just like a blessing, man. Like it was just like damn, this is a National Football League team. Like I think I still have my first actual physical NFL check, like still on like a bulletin board in my room back at my mom's house. Like it was my signing bonus. I think it was like $5,000, like $3,500 out of taxes. But it was like damn, this is a National Football League check, bro. Like it's crazy. Like it was a blessing. Like I didn't take it for granted. Like and I was like at that point I was like I couldn't be mad. Like especially coming from where I come from, it just put in the resources that I've had versus resources what other people have and how late I had started. Like you're never satisfied, but at the same time, it's a blessing, man. Nonetheless, a
And
blessing.
then for all those that are joining in, then not only does he make it undrafted, but then what is it? Year two, year three, we
Year
win a
two,
Super
year
Bowl.
two, year two, won a Super Bowl, man. It's crazy, which is crazy. Yeah, so and that transition was crazy. So going into my second year, well, my first year in Tampa, I was undrafted and I made the practice squad, and then I had got elevated like week 6 onto the active roster, which was cool, and played in some games. And then going into my second year, um, I made the 53-man roster for Tampa Bay, which was huge because it was like I made a 53-man roster, like, but they had me like active but inactive, so like they call it like a healthy scratch. So like there's 53 that for people that don't know, there's 53-man roster, but there's only 48, or I want to say 40, yeah, 48 that actually dress on game day. So they had me quote unquote inactive as a healthy scratch, and then unfortunately I got cut from Tampa like week 5, and then Baltimore had called me. And I mean, like and they expect you to drop everything and just go there the next day and live in Baltimore, Maryland. Like you wasn't just had a whole life in Tampa, Florida.
Bro, like, you gotta leave the car, you gotta
Bro,
get a plane ticket in this
yeah,
out.
bro, no, for real. I'm like, I got all this furniture and stuff in my apartment. I'm like, where am I going to put all this? Like, I had to hurry up, throw it in a storage unit.
They shipped my boy like an
Crazy.
Amazon package next
Bro,
day.
dead serious, bro. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, out in Owing Mills, bro. Not even Baltimore, out in the boonies in Maryland. Adjusted in there, then practicing with Lamar Jackson and seeing those guys. And, and that was a crazy transition. And then I'm there in Baltimore for 4 weeks and I'm just getting settled. I kid you not, got an apartment, signed a lease like a week before this happened. And then I'm sitting in a defensive unit meeting like during the season, and my agent had called me. And I was like, my agent called me in a meeting. Why the hell you calling me? So when I got in a meeting, I called him back. I'm like, yo, what's up? He said, Kansas City gonna poach you. Kansas City wants you. So like for people that don't know, when you're on a practice squad in the league, another team can grab you and put you on their active roster. So
Mm.
that's what so that's what happened. Kansas City came in and grabbed me from Baltimore and put me on their roster, and then I played with them for the rest of the year. Played with them through the Super Bowl, like, and we won the Super Bowl, and it was crazy, man, absolutely crazy.
But you win this Super Bowl, and I'm gonna take a wild guess just from the things I know about you. The first thing that
Yeah.
probably pops in your mind is 106D, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
What does that
A
mean to
thousand
you, bro?
percent. Oh man, that's where I grew up, man. I got it tatted on my chest. I don't know if people can see it. It's
Yup.
my front door of my where I grew up in my project home, man. So like I said, I come from humble beginnings. My mom and my other 3 brothers, so there's 4 boys, and just my mom. She raised us, man, on by any means necessary. We grew up without having, and that place means a lot to me because it's just like it was just where we grinded at. I ain't really go outside much, chill in the neighborhood. There was a basketball court right across the street from the project home I grew up in. That's what all I did. That's what all I did was play hoop. Like it was rain no matter what weather. Me and my brothers out there hooping or doing something like just competing against each other. So I just always wanted that with me to show every time I take my shirt off, I see it in the mirror. It's like never forget where you came from. Like
Right?
that's what it is for me. So
What was
it's
more of a
special, man.
crowning moment for you in that Super Bowl? Was it winning
Mhm.
it, or was it putting that ring on at the ring ceremony?
Oh man, I would.
Because it's like you win it and you're in the
Yeah,
confetti and you know you did it, but if you get
yeah,
that ring, it's like, ah,
yeah.
bro,
I don't even. Yeah, I don't. I would think. I would say when we just won it, and I was making snow angels in the confetti because it was just like a bro. You know how you play like franchise on Madden or something, and you get to the end of franchise, your team win the Super Bowl, and it just looks fake. Like it was like that's what it felt like. I was like, bro, this is not real right now. What is going on? Like, what's actually happened? Like, I won a Super Bowl. Like, what is going on? What is like? And I'm just sitting there making snow angels, and I'm seeing other guys' face, and it's like everything around me is like we're in Miami. Everything around me is just like blurry, like an image, and I'm just focusing and seeing like confetti everywhere. I'm seeing people hugging each other. I'm seeing tears, and man, my family's there. I get to hug them and embrace them, and it's just
What's the
I'm
next
proud.
40? What's the next 48 hours like after you win that?
Oh, oh, crazy, absolutely nuts, yeah. We got on the plane. We went to Vegas, party. What was it? Well, that night I think it was in Miami, so it was crazy.
Oh
So like,
Lord.
yeah, we
That's
was in.
Vegas 2.0.
First off, they had like our team hotel. They had Pitbull come to our team hotel and have a concert in the hotel, like in one of the like convention rooms or something. I'm like, bro, how's there? Like there was metal detectors before you walked in and went to this concert. I was like, who set this shit up? Like, how is this set up so fast? We get back from the game, like The Rock had left us like a bottle of his Termana tequila, and at the time it hadn't came out yet.
Mhm.
So I was like, man, we drinking on the Rock tequila, partying with Pitbull. Then we go to Club Live. Like Lil Wayne is like over there. I'm shoulder to shoulder with people. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like it was just a surreal moment. I'm like, and it's not like those things are just always be super cool, but it's like, I think that the biggest thing is being able to celebrate those moments with your family, man. Like those moments are like second to none. So,
What
I
was it
mean,
like
all the
when you
cool.
see Ma?
Oh man, it was a blessing. Like I said, it's an emotion and feeling that you can't explain. She just was like, God is amazing. Like God, like we could never have imagined like you'd be in this position. And obviously it's super a lot of media coverage and this, that, and the third. And um, but it was just us just taking in the moment and really like thanking God for it. Cause it's like nothing so cool has ever happened like that to my family. So it was like I'm glad that it was happening to me, but it wasn't just happening to me. It was from my whole family,
Oh,
bro.
share
So
with everybody. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
When you sit here now, man, and you're 6 and
Mhm.
you being with the Falcons right now,
Yep.
you're a vet, bro. Like a vet.
Vet.
Like,
Vested veteran. Bro, we got a whole 401k plan, man. Vested.
bro, what does it feel? I mean, what does it seem like for you? And like, what advice do you give those young cats, man, when they come in the league? And then I've always wondered this too. You get a first round pick, second round pick. Like, are they even really trying to listen to you, or does it just depend on the character
Um,
of the person?
I would say just that. It depends on the exact character of the person. I mean, if I would tell any young player, like I would listen to like, and that's my rule in life. Period. I feel like you can learn something from anybody. It doesn't matter if it's the undrafted guy who's been in the league up and down on P squads and playing. Like if that's me, I'm not just because I'm not JJ Watt or some. I feel like you can learn from everybody. I can learn something from you. I
Mhm.
can learn from anybody listening to this podcast. Like, because even a successful person can teach you how to do it, but even an unsuccessful person can teach you what not to do too. Like, you know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So catch on to that. Like, um, but yeah. Like for example, we have like B. John Robinson. He's a phenomenal, dynamic first round running back. Dude is probably one of the nicest first rounders I've been around since I've been in the league. Like, we'll sit up there, talk to you, chat with you. We'll take advice, like chill. Even when I was in Houston before I came here, and I was with Will Anderson, like
Mhm.
coming out of Alabama. Will was chill, completely like a sponge, and just soaking things up. And I would never try to tell any of those guys the wrong thing to do. I would just be like, look, okay, you got drafted in the first round. You got 2-3 years of long leash. Like they invested the money with you, but don't get up now. Don't let the signing bonus, don't trick it off, and because that's the most money you're gonna get guaranteed. Like just try to give them little tips like that. Like, just you here for a reason. Obviously, you're extremely talented, or you wouldn't even be in this building or in this position. Like, so you're gonna succeed. But I just try to, like, if anything, give them advice. Just be like, look, this is where I've seen guys fall in the past that was in your position, and this is where I've seen guys succeed by doing these actions in your position.
I gotta ask you this question for everybody without putting a name on it or a team,
Yeah,
if you can.
yeah.
Craziest thing you've ever seen a player do and get away with it.
Craziest, craziest thing I've ever seen a player do in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Craziest thing I've ever seen. Oh man.
He running through the list right now. I know like
Oh
five
man.
popped up off top.
Oh man, for real. Oh man, yeah, I can't name drop anybody, but I've seen some crazy
You can even say
things.
party A did such and such.
Yeah, party A um came in work very loud. If anyone knows what that means, very loud. And or I seen party B, or let's talk about another one. A party B was charging his pen in the locker room pregame, and the owners are walking by shaking our hands, saying like good game, like having to like have a good game. And party B is in the showers ripping that pen and goes out and gets like 2 sacks. And I'm like, what is what is life? What are you doing? Can I do that? I was like, no, 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 no,
So
no.
can I do
Can
that?
everybody do that? Like, is that how
Oh,
I've seen some guys like there's so many freak athletes at this level, bro. It's like I said, it's like it's hard to keep up. Like it's just, but there's so many freak athletes and guys prepare for the game the way they prepare for the game or the way they've always prepared for the game, and it might not always be conventional. Like obviously in college, they're like, oh, you're supposed to be an athlete. You're supposed to do X, Y, and Z, eat right, did this and that. I've seen guys like literally just be like, all right, I'm going to play football and just go and whoop ass, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm like, I'm glad you can do it, but I can't do
yeah,
that.
bro. I'm
So
in the treatment room at 5 a.m., brother.
no, for real. I don't, man, y'all blessed. Some people are just blessed, bro. It's just some guys are just really, really good at football. And it's just like I said, I've always been locked into my process, what I need to do to be successful, but everybody's different, bro.
One of your, since you've been in the league, my man, what would you say is one of your, if you can list it, it's not giving too much information, one of your best investments and one thing that you look back that you spent money on that you were like, damn, that was a little too
Ah,
much.
man. Yeah. Best investment was I started like investing in just in the market during the pandemic. I would
Mhm.
say that was probably one of my best things I did. Worst investment was a personal investment with, uh, with some females in my life, but we not gonna get too far into that. But that was
We ain't gotta go too far, though.
we ain't gotta go too far into that. But hey, that's what I would tell. I would tell my young boys, hey, wait until you know. And if you don't, and if you think you know, still wait. Like
Yeah.
until you for sure know. So I would man, save like the same thing that they told me when I got in the league. Save your pennies, man. Save your chips. And take care of your mental. Because that was the worst thing would probably have to be just. I think everyone gets this feeling of new money or new whatever when you first get it, and it's like, oh, and then you settle in after a couple of years, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have spent X, Y, and Z on that or on this person or that person because you think it's forever at that point. But I've learned obviously the hard way, and being in the league 6 years, tomorrow was never promised in this league. So, yeah, man, tough.
Mental, speaking about the mental, my man, what, cause again, you had a long journey like we just got done talking about. Mental
Hmm.
health wise, man, what keeps you healthy, bro? Like what keeps you going?
Yeah,
Because I don't think people understand the
yeah,
the responsibility of that job. Like you're a role model. You damn near
yeah.
can't never mess up. Like,
No,
just how do you
always in the
manage that on the
spotlight.
daily, bro?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's tough. It's ebb and flows, man. I mean, as I've gotten older, I've really found peace in keeping to myself more than anything and enjoying my peace and not listening to too many opinions and really just honing in on the people that love on me, love on people that love on me, and just um, I would say that, yeah, just family, man. Like I said, I lock back into the 106D, the people that's always been there, and that it's not fake because obviously this business and being in the position I am in sometimes comes with a lot of fakeness, a lot of fake friends, a lot of oh, I always knew, oh, you always. I'd be like, bro, we weren't even cool, like
Like, dog,
things
what?
like that. And for me, I'm just still same regular little kid from Buffalo with holes in his socks, and I ain't like I'm the same. I'm like I haven't changed. I feel like myself at all. It's like, but I would say mentally, it's really just I would say blocking out the noise a lot and just doing things that make you happy. Like and obviously playing football sometimes just like any job you want to do it sometimes you love it you hate it you this and that you third you feel like you're getting kicked in the teeth one day the other day you feel like you're whooping somebody's butt and like it's ebb and flows to it but my faith keeps my mental for sure and my family man I would say those are the biggest two things, and just being consistent in those two aspects, man. Whenever I'm not consistent in those two, that's when my mental will, take a dip. But I wouldn't say I got it all figured out. I don't think anybody in life these days has their mental all figured out. I think we all go through ebb and flows day to day. But um, I just have to remind myself that I'm very fortunate, very blessed to be in the position I am in, and to be able to influence others in a younger generation is everything.
You just had your recent third annual camp, man, in Buffalo. What
Hmm.
what is that like? Because just knowing who you are, I'm willing to say
Yeah,
that's up there with the Super Bowl win when you got to stand in front of all of them.
yeah.
You got everybody,
Oh man,
a bunch of
yeah.
yous essentially looking at you like,
Yeah,
how do I
no,
get there?
seriously. Right, exactly. And it's like, I don't care if camp we have 30 kids, we have 100 kids. I think the year after after I won the Super Bowl, there was probably like we had so many kids I had to stop sign up. Like it was like over like 300-400 kids. But I mean, like for me, I don't care if 10 kids show up. It's more of um just doing it because I might, even out of those 300 kids, there might be that one kid that hears my voice, like really is listening, like, bro, you can really do this. And it's not necessarily have to do anything with football. It doesn't have to be football, bro, but like you can be successful in life, bro. Like, don't, regardless of your situation. Like, I come from, and it's just them. Like, so and so might say it, or another person might say it, or school teacher might say it, or the principal might say it. And they be like, Mr. Blah, 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 I don't know what he's talking about. He ain't never been through my shoes. And I'm like, no, I've been there, and I'm telling you this. So it's like, it hits different when they're sometimes they hear it come from me because they just knowing where I come from and they know what I've been through and seeing the success. I mean, no matter what, it's like people just are just gonna gravitate towards. And I don't think I'm some big person or whatever, but like I said, that's what it's about to me. It's like it's about influencing that next generation. And I'm like, dang, if anything, if I inspire a kid to not just be football, inspire a kid to want to be successful in life that come from where I come from, that's a win for me. So that's really the goals when I hold my camps. It's less about football and more about getting that one or two kids to just hear my voice.
If you could do it, bro, if you could go back right now with your age
Hmm.
you are right now, what would you tell
Hmm.
18-year-old Demone Harris?
Oh man, break up with her. No, 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 I'm
Hey,
playing. No, I'm playing. Chill out, 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 chill out. Nah, I was.
it's only funny
uh,
because I was there, man. That's why.
oh man, no, I would tell myself, man. I would tell myself, stay true to who you are. You're on the right track. Um, and I would never, I don't think I would tell myself anything. Even if I knew I was going to be in this position, I'd be like, you don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised. Like, and I don't know if I would change anything because it's like, I truly believed in myself at that age and still do now that like I literally tried to empty the tank every single day with what I was trying to get done. Like whether it be recovery or whether it be film study, whether it be eating the way I ate or whether it be, working out extra. I literally tried to empty what I had and use every resource I possibly had. So I would just tell myself like, you're on the right track, keep pushing forward and keep God first and, don't get lost in the sauce.
So my question that I need to know, from my future son is, I need you gonna
Yeah.
coach or what's up, bro? Is that what's
Oh
gonna
man.
happen at the end of it?
Oh
Because
man. It might, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't, I've always told myself, I'm like, man, I don't know if I got the patience to deal with these man, like, because it's like for me, it's different when you're the player, it's like you want it. But I think there's a certain uniqueness to being a coach that it's like the ability to have to influence others and have that because I think coaching is like the best coaches I've had. Like I talked about Coach Rock earlier. It's like it wasn't that he just influenced me on the football field. It was more about life too. So I don't know, man. I truly don't know. I think I would have to have a passion for it, and I do have a passion for helping people and helping like the younger generation. And I think it's more about that than it is about football. I would try to like coach in some impoverished neighborhood or coach in like somewhere where I can really, really have an impact. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and it,
absolutely.
it, it wouldn't even be about the money. Like, even if I can do it for high school, even if I had a normal job and on the side I was a high school football coach, like I think I would do it at that level because, man, I think that's where you can have the most impact on kids.
I know how focused you are on today and what
Mhm.
today looks like, but
Right.
have you thought about what's after this already, man? Because you know a lot
Right.
of athletes don't. A lot of athletes
Yeah.
don't, brother.
1,000%. And I had a little patch earlier this offseason where, honest to God, like you said, I just told you before, I go through the mental ebb and flows with everything, and I thought I was done playing ball. But honest to God, I was like, man, I think I'm ready to retire. And it almost got to that point, and there was reports that came out when I got released from Houston that that was my intention. And honest to God, I was like, if this is the end of it, I'm very, I'm not saying like happy or content with it, but like I'm at a good place with my decision. But I think you sit around for a couple of days and you get that fire back again. And when it happened, and I had made that decision, there was like 8 teams that had called my agent and was like, "Look, no, we'll bring him in right now." Da 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 da. And like the day before I actually signed with Atlanta back during training camp, Jacksonville had flew me out. I worked out with Jacksonville. Thought I was gonna get signed by Jacksonville. Go home that night. Wake up in the morning. My agent called me like, "Yeah, the Titans in Atlanta want to fly you out for a workout." I'm like, "Oh, not all, but like, it's a blessing, it's an opportunity."
Yeah.
But I'm like, "You just I got home." Da da da. So I get on the flight that night to Atlanta. They had signed me, and I'm like, and now you're just there in training camp mode. But um, yeah, after ball, man, I just, I've been my younger brother's a real estate agent. That's the most popular thing everyone says. "Oh, I'm gonna be a realtor." This and third, But I've considered some things. Consider going back to school, get my master's in business administration. The league has a tuition assistance program where they can, pay for your made tuition. My other roommate in college before you was his name was Andrews Dadable.
Hmm.
He works in business now. Forget which company it is now, but he was telling me, he's like, "Yeah, you should do that. Come and we will all run this firm and this and third." So I got some things that I can do, but I mean, as of right now, man, it's still all about ball. And I think you do it as long as you can do it until you can't do it. And especially at this highest level, like in playing in the NFL, like it's a blessing that very, 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 very few people get to do. And right now, I mean, that's just my focus. Is just to keep playing ball, and God is always taking care of me in my life, and the next chapter, I'm sure he'll be right there to take care of me again, and I'll just apply this same work ethic, man.
Well, bro, I never so to show the effect that you have on people, as gentlemen, believe it or not, man, I done told you my story a few times, and I've
Mhm.
been through a few different wild situations, but
Yeah, for sure.
believe it or not, I was riding a bus, bro, actually after I had left Buffalo. And this older
Hmm.
gentleman was like, "Hey, you'll never imagine the imprint you leave on people until years later." So I haven't
Hmm.
had a chance to talk to any of these other guys, but you being the one I've had a chance to talk to. I don't know if you remember this moment, man. I was actually getting ready to leave, and it was you, Chris, Nico Ruggiero, and Jared Franklin. And you all
Hmm.
sat me down in the living room. And I remember y'all basically essentially were like, "Don't be a dumbass." And I still me was a dumbass in the end. And but one of the things that you said to me, man, that forever, when I'm saying I probably don't even know if you don't even know if you left this imprint on me, was you said, "Look, bro, no matter what goes on though, you have the brain to make it in this world. So whether you want to do this shit or not, you was like, you
Hmm.
just got to be real with yourself and just keep going." Because you was like, Nick Ricks is gonna make it either way. You said
On
that shit
me.
to me 7 years ago. It's one of the number one things that ever kept me going through all the shit I was going through. So I
Mhm.
wanted to say thank you. And then
Yeah, bro.
also in my humbleness too, let everybody know, like, something about a humble human being, man. I can't tell you how many times I done hit Demone up with some fucking idea yet. And I haven't been able either A to finish it through all the way or B something
Yeah,
else popped up. But
yeah,
bro, like I said, bro, I appreciate you for that. Because I think
yeah.
if you guys don't take the time to sit me down in that living room, I don't have the chance that I have now to be in a studio, a
Hmm.
legitimate studio, talking to you. So thank you.
Yeah,
And from my heart and
a
from my
thousand
daughter's heart
percent.
too, bro, because y'all saved my daughter's dad's life and you don't even know it. So I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, a
Appreciate
thousand percent, man. You're very welcome. I still will tell you that now, bro. You could do anything you apply yourself to, and I think the person that truly, and I mean, you hear all these cliche quotes all the time, but some of it holds true, man. It's like The person that believes that they can and can't are both right. Like they both right. And I'm no like I said, no guru, or I'm not victim of it. I have self-doubt and sometimes too, like we all go through it. Like, and that's the thing that I think we all appreciate from me to you, and I think you appreciate is transparency.
Mhm.
Like we're all like I'm transparent. Like, bro, I go through some of the same thoughts that you go through, and I'm in the NFL. Like I'm going through too. Like I'm like it ain't all sunshine and roses just because I'm in the league. Like every day is a daily grind fight. Like you got, and the same thing with life outside of this is just I think you just have to find a way. And like you said, you got your daughter, bro. That's your why. That I couldn't imagine. I don't have a child yet, and man, I could only imagine when I have my first child what that's gonna do to my mental and push me wise. Like, man, like you really got somebody's life is depending on what you do now. Like
Yeah.
someone's life. Like you
It's
have
a
a whole life you're responsible for. Like
it's a fun space. I will tell you the only thing is I wish my black ass would have held off for about a year and a half.
yeah, yeah. Just
But I
like
will
me.
tell
You
you
like
this,
me.
bro.
Break up with him, man.
Oh man.
Oh,
But bro, all right. So I do this little series, man. I call it Fast Three, bro. All right.
yeah.
So it's gonna be two different subjects. Fastest three things that you could think of. All right. And I'm gonna just fire the question at you. All right. Top three performances you ever had in your life. Can be football or just in life in general. What were they?
Performances ever had in my life. Top three performances. Oh man. Top three performances I've ever had in my life. I would say my senior year of college football against Ohio, my last game. Um, three performances, man. Oh, it's performances. I'm not sure. My talent show, my senior year of high school.
Was you
I
singing?
jumped over. No, I didn't sing. I jumped over a guy. Like it was a kid sitting in a chair. I
Mhm.
jumped over him, dunked a basketball. I was nervous as shit to do that. Um, third thing. Oh man, third thing. Top three performances in my life, man.
It gets everybody, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm starting to think top three performances out of it. I don't even know. We have a third one, man. Top three performances. Man, I would just say like maybe my third year in the league. I think it was like week 10. Had a good game. Yeah.
That counts for me, bro. It's your
There we
top
go.
three, not mine.
There we go. It's a good top three, not mine.
All right. And I'll give you, all right, three best basketball players ever played a game. Who was it? Rank them.
LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. Obviously, everyone's gonna say Michael, but I really didn't see Michael Jordan play. My third, like Dwight Howard, was like
Well,
a very big influence on my game growing up. So I would say Dwight.
phenom, dog. Phenom.
Yeah, bro. Two arm sleeves, dunking on people. Two Adidas just yamming on people, bro.
With the safety stripe, the safety patrol
Going,
stripe on them.
yeah, going crazy. Yep. I had them then. I wore them in high school. Yep. Same sleeves.
Well, brother,
Baby
look,
Dwight.
man. The next time that you come out here to Las Vegas, bro, because I'm
Mhm.
sure you take some decent amount of time out here. I'm sure.
Hey, I might take a little weekend.
Hey,
Just
bro,
need 2 days, man.
if you
Couple
do,
days.
man, we got a lot of things going on here, bro. If you got enough time, stop in if you can. And then on top of
Yeah.
that too, bro, what we're gonna do for this, not putting you on the spot or anything, but it's just the faith that I got in you as a player and as a person. Every
Mhm.
sack. So after leaving Buffalo, I was a unit director at a Boys and Girls Club, man. In Saguache, Colorado. I actually hit you up about it before. I got some things
Mhm.
put together here, but essentially every sack that you secure this season is going to be a certain amount of donation that goes to that school. I know it
Okay.
ain't pressure because I know you're going to ball and do it and do your
Yeah.
thing. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? But
For sure.
no matter what that looks like, bro, they're going to know that there was also another person in their life out there giving out to them as much as you've
Yeah.
been giving out to other people. On top of
Okay.
that, too, man, I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you for taking the time because I
Mhm.
don't think people truly understand how goddamn busy you are. Like,
Yep. This is my day off, man. I'm about to be in my apartment. I'm about to put some shades up and take my black ass to sleep. Yeah, bro. In season, we're on a 7-day schedule, a 7-day rotation, pretty much. Like even though it was my day off, I went in earlier and got some work in, and it's
It's,
never really a day off.
I
So
was
it's
say it's
like
never a
6
day
months
off for you.
straight. No, no, 6 months straight. Yeah. So
Well, brother,
really,
I
really,
appreciate you, man. And then, because I don't want to be too technical on people's religions or anything like that, but whatever you
yeah.
believe in, universe, whatever, bro, I know it's sending you good vibes, dog. Also,
Mhm.
we are getting that gear out to you still, too, man. Just fresh
Nice.
little gear, bro.
Oh
Wear it
yeah.
when you want, my guy. Don't gotta wear
Yeah.
it all the time, but wear it sometimes. Shit,
Uh-huh.
trying to
Might wear
put
it to
something out there
comfy.
a
I
little
might
bit.
wear it to sleep, wear it to a game, wear it, you know what I mean? Wear it around town. That's my boy.
You do all that now, man. I might be on the ground floor with you. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, I'm playing, brother. But hey, like I said, man, I appreciate you, big dog. I love you. Buffalo loves you. 106D loves you, man.
Yeah,
And
always love.
hey, everything that you always did for everybody, especially me, bro. I appreciate you, bro. And like I said, blessings to you and yours, my guy. Thank you.
Yes. Appreciate you, dog.